Moshe ben Maimon, better known as Maimonides, was born in Córdoba in the year 1135 in the bosom of an important family. His father led the Jewish community. It was also his father who instructed him in theology, mathematics, astronomy, in addition to transmitting his early interest in the sciences and Greek philosophy. This cohabitation of cultures that existed in Al-Andalus ended with the arrival of the Almohads. They were Berbers from North Africa, whose capital was Fez, but their goal was to conquer Al-Andalus. They were very orthodox in their religious beliefs and did not want to live with non-Muslims. By then, Maimonides was about 13 years old, and his family, who did not want to convert to Islam, began their own diaspora to different places. It was in Egypt that Maimonides was trained in medicine. Did you know that already in the 12th century he was talking about the importance of aromatherapy and music therapy? In the Middle Ages, ordinary people could not afford a doctor and went to the healer. Only sultans, princes, kings, etc. could go to the doctor. Thus, Maimonides treated important personalities. In fact, he became the personal doctor of Sultan Saladin. Many of these dignitaries asked Maimonides to write a particular treatise to cure their own illnesses. The eldest son of Sultan Saladin suffered from indigestion, constipation, and negative thoughts, a kind of depression. He then wrote the treatise Regimen of Health, where he talks about psychosomatic influences on illnesses. He said, "Psychic disorders greatly alter the body. To avoid this, Maimonides recommended maintaining good psychic conditions, such as good scents, for example, perfumes derived from amber and basil. It was recommended to tell him happy and funny stories, if possible to play music to him as well. His goal was to make him laugh and have fun. That is, he was ahead of aromatherapy and music therapy." He also wrote about hemorrhoids, a very common problem in the Middle Ages. He emphasized the need for a proper diet. These were caused by a poor diet. He also mentioned, although it was also addressed to the Muslim community, that wine was joy and that it helped with digesting food. He especially emphasized on diet as a way to increase sexual potency. A nephew of the Sultan felt unable to satisfy the many concubines of his palace, and Maimonides recommended a certain diet, including turnips, onion, preferably roasted, mint, peas, beans, asparagus, etc. He wrote about asthma, also on how to treat someone with a bite from a poisonous animal. Maimonides wrote about 12 treatises. As a philosopher, he wrote La Guía de los Perplejos, a work he wrote with advanced age. At that time, the philosophy that he dominated was that of Aristotle, thanks to the translation made by Averroes, who was 9 years older than him. Here, his purpose is to ground Aristotle's philosophical arguments with Jewish principles and precepts with the Bible. He tries to find and delimit the common points between science and faith. Like Averroes, he thinks that both complemented each other. Finally, I would like to read a poem written by a Muslim to Maimonides during the 13th century. While Galen's medicine deals only with the body, Maimonides serves the body and mind. If the moon had asked him for a medical remedy, he would have provided it with the demanded perfection. He would have freed her from the stains in the full moon, and of his languor on the last day of the month. But if he could have cured the whole world of a single ailment, he would have delivered him from the disease of ignorance.